All right, folks, we're going to try to keep this maybe to about an hour, 15 minutes. Kind of waiting on a couple of people. I did this hangout a little earlier because the ones that I normally do there at night. And you guys know what it is. We got some pretty good topics. And I've been pretty consistent with these live podcasts because, just trying to get more people involved. And, I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about boxing today. So, definitely, good short, good program in store. OG Nakmeezy, he's supposed to be coming into the chat, and yeah, folks, so it's gonna be good. And a couple of other people. Hopefully, I can get DCTV into the house. He's supposed to be trying to come in. A couple other people. What's up, Miles? What's up, DeAndre Miles? What's going on, man? Everything is good. Everything is popping and cracking. And yeah, man, we're just gonna keep this thing. We're gonna keep it rolling. Okay. We got to get to the top. I'm gonna get to the top. We got 5 people in. Definitely waiting on OG Nakmeezy. Let me shoot him another text and see where he is. Okay. All right, OG, I sent the link to you. That's my brother, OG Nakmeezy. I call him the OG because he's an OG. That's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. OG Nakmeezy. Yeah, he gonna come in. But y'all, we're gonna talk about Terence Crawford. Hot topic. Starting to talk a little bit more about boxing in here. So we're gonna keep it rolling. Let me see if OG in. Yep, OG Nakmeezy is in the house. Finally got the brother. A busy man.
Yes, sir.
Teaching people how to beat up people. So that takes a lot. Man, I'm glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. I finally get with the OG boy. Man, it's Christmas time already.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to the coach.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. Well, yeah, man. It's been a lot of buzz, man, with Terence Crawford. Been a lot of buzz with Andre Ward, and Andre Ward say he wanted to be #1 pound for pound, and everybody's saying Terence Crawford #1 pound for pound, man. So I just kind of want to hear what you think about the whole Terence Crawford situation.
Look, I think Terence Crawford, because he has all those belts, if he's still holding all of them, in my opinion, he's pound for pound. Like, we know that it's a subjective list. It's not really official, but I like Terence Crawford, man, for real.
Okay, yeah, man. I'm a big Terence Crawford fan, man. And Terence Crawford is moving up, man. He's moving up to 147, man. So, how do you think he's gonna match up, man, against like the likes of Keith Thurmans, the Showtime Sean Porters, the Errol Spence Jr.'s? How do you think he match up with those guys?
As soon as you said he's moving up, I immediately thought about Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence and versus him will be a good fight. I think Errol Spence has a little more dog in him, but his defense to me is a little suspect. So it'll be a good fight. As far as Sean Porter, I like that fight as well, but I like Bud in that fight.
Okay, so what kind of let's say if he's fighting Showtime Sean Porter, man, what do you think he does to Sean Porter to actually get that win?
I would say use distance, because Sean Porter is a close fighter. He's like a beast in there. So, I mean, I would say use his distance, use his angles, and also be a dog. He got to show that he's not afraid of Sean Porter. Not that any of them are afraid, but he just got to go in there and do the damn thing.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's good, man. Okay. How you think? So what happens when Bud matches up against, let's say, Keith Thurman?
You know what? I don't even follow Keith Thurman like that. There's just something about him that just turns me off. I don't like his fighting style. I don't like him. So from a stylistic standpoint, I can't even speak on it. You'd have to be more of an expert on Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Keith Thurman, man, he's a good fighter, man. He used to be one time, and he used to get them guys up out of there, man. But of course, when the competition level go up, so does your knockouts. Your knockouts go down when your competition level go up. So he, Keith Thurman got some skill sets, man. I don't know, man. I think Errol Spence Jr. I'm sorry, not Errol Spence, but I think Terence Crawford. I probably be in the minority. I think Terence Crawford could beat him, man. I just think Terence Crawford got so many more devices, so many tools to use that could throw Keith Thurman off balance if they go. And I think Terence Crawford is the better boxer between him and Keith Thurman. I think he got better head movement. And Terence Crawford, when he starts switching up the southpaw real fast, and it's like then he get into that little brawling mode. Terence Crawford can brawl with you too, man. He can brawl with you. He can be defensive. He can keep the distance. I mean, the guy to me is a good all-around fighter.
And that's exactly why I like Terence Crawford. As far as Keith Thurman, and at one time, it went from one time to no times. And also, I think it's probably his ponytail that turns me off to him. I just can't respect the man in the ponytail. I'm going to keep it 100.
Okay. And then, okay, let's look at some of these comments, man. I'm going to try to keep up with them, man, because they get away from you, man. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Rough House, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Canelo, nah, I ain't messing with no Canelo and Oscar, man. Nope, they got to address them emails first. Dia King, okay, he says Crawford is a monster. Ward has beaten better opposition. Crawford hadn't fought in elite opposition yet, even though I think he beat a lot of the, and I think he meant some of the top, whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what, though? I don't know. I think the belts, man, I think that did it for me with Crawford, man. It's the fact that we haven't had an undisputed champion in 12 years, man. It's just, I think that does something. And the fact that he was really willing to face Andongo. Matter of fact, who has Terence Crawford ever said? Right now, Terence Crawford calling out all the 147-pound guys. He pretty much done put him on notice. He did it this morning, man, on social media. He told all them guys, man, look, I want every last one of y'all. I mean, he not going to run from the Errol Spence. He's not going to run from the Keith Thurman, He's not going to run from the Sean Porters and all those. He said he ain't running from him, man. So
and that's what I like about him. He's like a throwback. You understand? He's not going to – I just can't fathom Terence Crawford really getting into that whole pocket watching of other people. I think with him, it's just about if the money's right, let's get it, and may the best man win. I'm really not a fan of people ducking and using politics to avoid fights in a cherry pick. So in that regard, Bud is my man. I do believe that Ndongo wasn't ready for him with his looping punches. I was pulling for Ndongo in the fact that I wanted to see, kind of like the underdog win, but I kind of knew he was going to get washed, and it happened.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I appreciate Ndongo for taking the fight, man, but I was disappointed, man, because this wasn't the same Ndongo that I saw. But then again, when you're fighting Terence Crawford, it's just, man, he make you change up your whole style, because after you get hit, that's it. You got to change your style, man, and figure out another way to beat him. And Ndongo had no answers, man. I mean, I was shocked the fight ended that quick, man. Good grief.
Coach, I just realized that my camera's on and I'm in my little son's room, so excuse me if I'm looking crazy right now. I'm about to go train him.
Hey, man, that's okay, man. That's a nice touch, man. Hey, most dads don't do good stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know,
all right, but anyway.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Okay, let's check some of the comments. You can answer them too, man. I'll read them quick. My dude Triple H, I call him Mr. Controversial, man. Sometimes he starts stuff, sometimes he just do whatever. Crawford is an Aaron fighter. You won't see a fight with him and a PBC fighter until Thurman or Spence have the WBC, WBA, and IBF. Now Heyman will put up a lot of those belts for one against Crawford. Okay. I don't know. How would you take that?
Man, I'm going to have to bounce that back onto you. I'm trying to get this camera turned off.
Okay. I think you just click on, man. You go to the top of your screen, man, and there's a little camera icon. And if you click on it, it's right beside the mute button. And then you click it, and yeah, see, it'll cut you. There you go. It's off. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with that, Triple H, and I probably agree with probably half of the stuff you say, but I agree with that one. Yeah, man, it's gonna be hard, man, to get that fight up and coming. Even though Terence Crawford would want that, but so what do you think the solution would be then? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I don't know. The solution. I mean, will Terence Crawford have to leave Bob Arum? Because, man, I thought they did a horrible job of promoting that fight, man. They did a horrible job, And I think the promotion was coming from right here on YouTube, you know?
Well, shout out to Blood Boxing because that he's the one that promoted the fight in my eyes, and I think a lot of people on YouTube followed Blood Boxing's lead. I mean, Blood Boxing did a phenomenal job. I can't thank that brother enough, and he's the one that got me onto the Indongo bandwagon. Honestly, so shout out to him.
Yeah, I hope Blood see this, man, and, you know, go ahead and try to jump on in here, because I would love to have him jump in here too. You know, probably at work right now. But I see if I can get him, man, we can try to get him on here. Okay, my boy Dia King Crawford is okay. He's number, you know, he's pound for pound number 2, but he has yet to be challenged. Well, I don't know. I mean, so are you trying to tell me that Yuriorkis Gamboa wasn't a challenge? I mean, are you trying to tell me that Diaz wasn't a challenge? It's just Terence Crawford making these guys look ordinary. These are good fighters. I'm sorry, these are good fighters that he is completely making these guys look ordinary, man. He do. And I thought Diaz, man, I was like, man, that's going to be very competitive. Terence Crawford went in there and beat Diaz. And if you ever look at Diaz fights, you know, Diaz is strong, man. He's a good fighter. I don't know.
Man, it seems like the general consensus is that Crawford is the man, and I think what he does in that ring, especially when he switches southpaw to orthodox, you know, a lot of people can't do that and master it as he has. So, you know, he's just the man right now, in my opinion. That's why I have him over Andre Ward as far as pound for pound.
And you know what, OG, let me get you to go in depth, because, you know, guys, if y'all don't know, OG, he fights, man. You know, this guy fights. And, you know, I watch a lot of, you know, I watch some of his training videos, man, and this guy look like he like 20 in there, you know, really, you know, doing his thing, man. So, hey, man, could you explain to everybody, man, like, what's the significance, man, of Crawford switching into southpaw and, you know, vice versa?
I mean, he can exploit different. For me, when I fight, I also switch southpaw to orthodox and Muay Thai, and from a coaching standpoint, the other corner is going to be watching everything you're doing. Next thing you know, you come out in another style, and if you master that style, then you can exploit the holes in defense and keep them guessing. But when I watch Crawford, it's like he's just as comfortable in southpaw as he is in orthodox, and that to me is amazing. So it's a tricky thing, and it's also it just shows you the mastery that he has in his boxing skills.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's broken down. Now, okay, Dia and Triple H, I'm gonna have to tell you guys, man, I disagree with the Gamboa versus Crawford fight, because at the time, you know, Yuriorkis Gamboa, man, he was definitely relevant. He was extremely relevant when those guys fought, and that was a fight. I'm sorry, I just think Crawford made this guy look very ordinary, and Crawford made easy work out of Gamboa. That's just how it is, you know. You know. Okay, and Dia King says, I don't think Crawford has fought any A-class fighters. Okay, so now let me say this, okay? You wasn't the one that was saying it, Dia King, but there was so many people and so many analysts, man, talking about Victor Postol. Oh, yeah, they were talking about Victor Postol was going to do this to Crawford, going to do that to Crawford. And, you know, hey, man, this guy was the next coming of Jesus. And, you know, what did Terence Crawford do to Victor Postol? You know, same thing. You know, hey, and Dongo, this is a tough fight, man. Hey, this fight could go either way. Yeah, some people saying that. You know, this fight could go either way. But what did Terence Crawford do to Julius Ndongo? He made the guy look ordinary, man. He's making these guys change their game plans, and these guys are coming in there like, damn, okay, this is a lot harder than what I thought it was. Crap.
Well, you know, it takes a special fighter to be able to do that. You know, when people try to discredit Gamboa, you know, I have to disagree with that, because Gamboa was a beast in my eyes. And then Terence Crawford made him look human, essentially. And the same thing with Ndongo. He made Ndongo look like just an amateur, to keep it 100, you know. And I was surprised at that, with the looping punches and over that. And then he told him at the end of the fight, was like, yo, you got to work on your punches. I'm like, ugh.
Beat him up and gave him advice.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you know, and Terence Crawford went in there and went toe-to-toe with Gamboa. And, you know, everybody thought that he wasn't going to do that. He went toe-to-toe with Gamboa. He went toe-to-toe, stood in the pocket with Gamboa, and knocked Gamboa smooth the PG-13 out. I'm talking about knocked him out.
Yeah, had him doing a stanky leg.
Man, yeah, stanky leg and a heel toe. Okay, Triple H, you're saying, okay, Roughhouse, yeah, Crawford do need more personality, man. He do. He don't have no microphone skills, man. Terence Crawford, the brilliant fighter that he is, the guy is horrible on the mic. Let's see, Triple H. Okay, so are you going to give Loma credit if he pieces up Regan down at 130? That's 2 weight classes. Remember what I'm saying when that fight's over. Okay, to be honest, yeah, I would give Loma credit, but Lomachenko, he's not going to beat Regendow. And I don't know, what y'all seeing, man, because Regendow, I don't call him El Chacal anymore. I stopped calling him that. I call Regendow face breaker, because what's going to happen? He going to get Lomo in that damn ring, and he going to catch Lomo with something. And let me tell you, see, he ain't going to be able to play like he did with Mariaga. He ain't going to be able to play, okay? Rigo going to hit him. He going to feel it. He's going to feel Regendow in that ring with him. I don't care. Look, man, if Regendow pieced up the bigger man in Amagasa, who came in the fight damn near, 145 pounds against Rigo? Rigo broke that dude's face, man, in several pieces. Come on, man. Come on. Stop. Oh, man. Killing him. Man. Okay. All right, OG is doing something. Hopefully he'll come back. He took his mic off for a minute. I think he got something to do. He'll be back. Okay, dear King, remember them saying that about Victor. As you and I both know, a lot of these so-called boxing experts don't know boxing, but I can't give you Gamboa. He was going on a tear, but against who? See, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. When Gamboa was coming up, because, you remember Mikey Garcia didn't even want no parts of Gamboa. So it was like, okay, Gamboa was a terror, and Gamboa was going in there, and he was doing his thing. And when Terence Crawford fought the guy, this was supposed to be like the super fight for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford stood toe-to-toe with him, man. and I admit, Yurikas Gamboa don't move his head. I give you that, but nah, man. Nah. Okay, Gamboa was a 126-pound fighter. Crawford was fighting at 135 to 140. Keep it real, that's the same as Canelo Khan. No, that's not the same as Canelo Khan, okay? Amir Khan is a much, much smaller person than Canelo Alvarez. I mean, cut it out, okay? Damn, Canelo would come in the ring damn near 170, 175 pounds, man. Hell, are you serious? That dude damn near killed Amir Khan. Killed him. Had Amir Khan doing a jangling on the ground, man. Yeah. All right. OG, you back? Let me see. OG back in the building. All right. He'll come back. I know he's a father, man. He got little kids at home. I know them little kids will get on your nerves sometimes, man. You know that. Okay, if Crawford had Broner's mouth, yeah, that's about the only thing he needed. Broner's. He don't need nothing else. Roughhouse. Crawford needs. Oh, okay. You said that. Let me see. What else? Oh, man. 7 Mile, what's up? Okay, Roughhouse. If he fights Rigo, I'm going to that fight. I went to Thurman Garcia. I went to Floyd De La Hoya. Hopkins versus De La Hoya. Dang, dude. So you be in it. Khan was 147. No. See, listen, Triple H. I'm talking about fight night. I'm talking about walking around weight. Amir Khan is a naturally small dude, man. He's a naturally small guy. Okay, he's naturally small. Stop. Canelo is a naturally big guy. This dude, Canelo, walk around at about 185 pounds, maybe, or probably more. Okay, I'm just saying. And then what? GGG. I know he came into the ring much bigger than Kerry Brooks. Look, man, you want to get on Gennady Golovkin. If you want me to be a Triple D fan, you got your mind. Not with the damn resume. Okay, OG, you back?
Yeah, man. I'm a noob when it comes to this hangout stuff. But yeah, all right. So now you spitting facts right now. I'm gonna jump right in whenever it's appropriate.
No, you go ahead, man.
Yeah, somebody mentioned what was it? Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. That's when I kind of started having my technical issues. Look, man, I think Loma, he's phenomenal, but I do have to question. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this. His amateur record, to me, it sounds padded. You understand what I'm saying? And that to me supports that they're trying to build him up as this great hope. Um, and I support that with all the marketing and everything by it. Like this dude has 10 fights. He already got a loss that he didn't reconcile. And they're trying to make it like he's, the golden boy essentially of boxing. I don't buy it. I think Rigondeaux was going to wash him on the strength that his power and his footwork, his elusiveness, they call him the jackal. I buy into Rigondeaux. I'm not totally sold on Lomachenko until he has more fights.
Yeah, I'm sold on Rigo. He might not be as offensive, but he make these guys stop throwing all these punches, and these guys don't want to attack Rigondeaux because when he hit them, these guys are getting broken into pieces. That's what's going on. Okay, Triple H, your logic is warped. You excuse Crawford, Gamboa, 2 weight classes, but come up with nines for the other fights, which were 2 weight classes. Okay, so we're talking about naturally smaller guys versus naturally bigger guys, Triple H. Listen, stop, okay? Because if you're talking about Canelo Khan, how many pounds do you think Canelo came into that ring against Amir Khan? I mean, honestly, did you see how many pounds Canelo came in the ring against Miguel Cotto? Did you see that? Because I know you did. Did you see how much bigger that Triple G, the natural man, because, and now let me educate you, Triple H. Let me educate you about strength and conditioning. I'm going to educate you, okay? If a person has bigger bone structure naturally, they're going to be the bigger person, okay? That's just it, okay? They're going to be the bigger person. When they work out, when they hydrate back up, they're going to be massive compared to an Amir Khan, okay? I mean, stop. If you're trying to compare Canelo Khan to Lomo, Rigo, that's just stupid. If that's the case, we can just say that Lomo is the naturally bigger guy anyway. I mean, see, what you're saying, it just don't make sense. Yeah, Crawford was naturally bigger than Gamboa. I'm not disputing that. I'm not. But you're trying to compare that to, Khan and Canelo and Triple G and Kell Brook. No, we can't. We can't do that. These are big guys, man. I don't care if you work in pathology. I don't care if you work in pathology or psychology. I don't give a damn. But you're talking about 2 naturally smaller guys, man. Small guys. I mean, we're not talking about guys that's up in weight. Canelo is a big dude, okay? Kell Brook, I mean, just think how much weight did Kell Brook have to even do to get that fight to be realistic? I mean, what did Kell Brook lose? He's a naturally smaller guy. Hell, Crawford, Gamboa, they were all small guys to begin with. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe we're going in circles here. I don't know. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
weight bullying is real. You got another comment you're going to speak about, Coach?
No, sir.
Yeah, weight bullying is real, man. I had a coach that would try to get me to fight down at 155 when I walked around at 185, and we settled on 165, but he would always try to push me down to like 159. So I'm very, I know a lot about these weight bullies and stuff, and I don't respect it at all. I started later on to just fight around my walk around weight. I perform better at that weight. And, if you want to fight bigger dudes, and just fight bigger dudes, don't try to cheat. And to me, weight bullies are just cheat. So when Amir Khan got smashed, I wasn't surprised. But it's Canelo fighting at that Canelo weight just to get that advantage. And when there's a lot of money on the line, I can kind of understand it. But I'm not a pocket watcher, so I don't really care about the money. I care about the fight.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Now, I used to always wonder, how come none of these guys, man, is trying to get the weight advantage? How come they won't face the Charlos? How come they won't face Andrade? How come, they're not really in a rush to get in the ring with these guys, because they can't weight bully those guys. And that's the reason. They can't weight bully those type guys. So,
right.
Man, it's just there, Okay, since the majority of the people in here right now are boxing fans, we'll go to Andre Ward. We'll talk about Andre Ward, and then we'll end it off with the no love list. God, no. Okay, Andre Ward, man, hot almighty. I don't think I've ever seen so much hate for this guy, man. But let me ask, so what are your thoughts on Andre Ward as just like a fighter, man?
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
Man, I respect Andre Ward as a fighter. When I watch him, it's crazy because it's more studying, and it's amazing the subtle things that he does in the ring that makes such a big difference. So I'm 100% Andre Ward. However, I do believe that fight against, well, the second fight against Kovalev, or as we sometimes call Hovalev, I believe it was stopped early, and I believe he was punching him in the nuts, and that, I have a problem with.
Okay, so even the fact that Kovalev had his shorts really hiked up high, and I'm trying to figure out, he had them shorts hiked up high, and even, I can't remember the referee. I think it was Tony Weeks. I can't remember, but the referee was saying, he even pointed that out when he was giving them their instructions. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe them punches, they were borderline, but Kovalev was beaten, man, because Andre Ward hit that guy with a right hand, and I don't know, man. And, when you get hit, the legs don't lie. I think Kovalev was on his way out, man. I don't know.
I agree with you to a certain extent, but when they say, his shorts were high, now you're pulling at straws. My mom always told me, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. So when people are looking at screenshots and video from afar of this dude's shorts kind of high, what is the rules? The ref says you're good here, you're not good here. So if he's below that high weight belt, then he's still low. I looked at it, he punched him right in the balls, and I know how that feels. And if you look at Kovalev's reaction, trust me, I'm the last person you want to look at as a Kovalev fan, because I'm not. I really, on a personal level, I can't stand him, but we're talking boxing here, so I got to keep it 100. He punched him right in the jewels, right in the family jewels.
I don't know, man. It looked a little borderline, man. I don't know. I think Kovalev was looking for an excuse because he was getting his ass whooped. I don't know, man. It seemed like Ward just owned that guy the whole fight, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I thought they were on the border, and I thought them trunks was too high, and he had them things hiked up, man. I mean, what was he trying to do? He was trying to, make sure he get a wedgie in the front with his testicles all wrapped up. I mean, I don't get it. I'm upset.
Yeah. Hey, look, we'll have to agree to disagree on that. I'm still Andre Ward all day. I just felt like the shots were low. It was low.
Okay.
But even understanding that it's low, I do look at Kovalev's reaction, and I think he was kind of, in his mind, like glad that he got punched low because he was already getting washed. So that part of it I can't respect either.
Okay. And let me ask you this, since we're talking about Andre Ward, and I'm kind of asking you because see, you fight a lot, man, and you kind of know. So let me ask you about this whole Andre Ward and Adonis Stevenson thing, man. And you might have to kind of catch me up some, man. Like, what's the deal, man? So do you, in your opinion, man, okay, first let me ask you this. If they were to fight, how would Andre Ward beat Adonis Stevenson? And then the second question I'm going to ask you is, do you think well, I got three. I'm going to ask you two at a time. Do you think Andre Ward is, like, actually afraid to get in the ring with Adonis Stevenson?
I'm going to take that one first. I don't think Andre Ward is afraid of anyone. First of all, most of these prize fighters aren't afraid of anyone. So we could throw that one out the window. And the first one was what?
Oh, okay. The first one was how would Andre Ward beat Adonis Stevenson?
Beat him? Mm-hmm. Look, in that fight, I think Andre Ward just has to do what he does, which is be a tricky and awkward fighter. And that style is a very hard style to fight against, because when you think you got him, you're getting countered. When you're trying to make space, he's taking it away. When you're trying to fight on the inside, he's outworking you. So I really, really like Ward in that versus on Adonis Stevenson. I wouldn't say Stevenson is scared of anyone either, but what I found with him is that I felt that he was playing too much of the ring politics to try to avoid people. And I'm speaking about Kovalev.
Oh, man. Okay. So, okay, now let's talk about, okay, my thing, I didn't think Andre Ward was afraid because, if he got in there with Kovalev twice, and this is a man that, he killed the man in the ring. I mean, and then he said, okay, let's do it again. When he almost got knocked out. He could have got stopped by Kovalev the first fight. And, with that kind of imminent threat of danger right there in front of him, I can't physically come on here and say that Andre Ward is afraid to fight Adonis Stevenson, who, in my opinion, poses a less of a threat to Andre Ward than a Kovalev would. I just don't know.
Absolutely. Like I said, Ward isn't scared of anyone, but he's getting up in that age where it has to make sense financially and mentally. It has to make sense for him to keep putting his body at risk.
Okay. And my boy Triple H here, well, he ain't my boy, but he love to argue with me, so that's cool. I like arguments. Stevenson changes up speed and placement of that left along with the 83-inch reach. Ward is something like 71 or something. Okay, so doesn't Kovalev have a long reach? What did Andre Ward do to nullify the reach of Sergey Kovalev? See, I mean, you got to understand, Andre Ward is a master technician. He's a mastermind at this, okay? This is what he does. He's a master of capitalizing on mistakes. What did he do with a guy with longer reach, okay? Think about it. Because then the person will say, well, Adonis Stevenson can fight on the inside. Andre Ward lives on the inside. If you're a smart fighter, you would never, okay? You would never fight Andre Ward on the inside, okay? Kovalev got a longer reach than Andre Ward, okay? That's a fact. I don't know the exact measurement, but Kovalev has a longer reach than Andre Ward, big time. Andre Ward will deal with anybody with a longer reach, just like he deals with anybody with a longer reach, with inside fighting. Andre Ward is rough. He's a rough fighter, and, he's strong. So these guys, they can't get in there. They cannot get in there and bully Andre Ward around. He going to get you on the inside. He going to rough you up, and he going to make you wish that you didn't try to move in and try to get him. Man, I'm telling you, Andre Ward is like, he's a beast, man.
I agree. Ward is a beast.
He's just a tough guy to beat, man. He's tough, man. I just don't know, man. Like, you got to mentally break Ward down, and nobody's ever been able to do that, I hadn't seen a fighter that was able to really physically, mentally break this guy down, and make him, think, like, give up. But he can make you give up. That's what he did to Kovalev.
Yep.
I don't want no more. Then dude blame John David Jackson. And I told everybody, John David Jackson gonna get the blame for this. How much and what did he do? Blame John David Jackson for everything.
It's that ponytail again. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man, he flipped that ponytail around, and I don't know, man. That thing can fly and jump up. I don't know what's wrong with him. All right, let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, Johnny Stamper. Oh, what's up, man? What do you think about Crawford giving up the belt? OG, I'll let you start with that, man. What do you think about Crawford giving up the belt?
I'm like, man, can he have the belt for like a couple of months? Like they just want to take it off of him right away. I mean, why are they trying to take it away from him in the first place?
So it's got something to do with Sergey Lipinets, man. The guy that kept trying to mess up the undisputed matchup. And, they knew, man. They knew that Crawford wouldn't have enough time to prepare for Lipinets. So, I mean, basically, yeah, he had to give up the belt. These guys and Triple H were right. It's a lot of fees, man. And, Crawford just like thinking, man, well, shoot, I just going to let him have that belt and move up to 147 because it don't even make sense for him to fight Lipinets, man. Why? Yeah, there's no way. Yep, Triple H, I agree, man. I don't think Mikey Garcia said he would fight Terence Crawford, but I don't think he'd do it. I don't think he'd do it, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you think that fight would play out, though, man. If Crawford and Mikey ever got to fight, OG.
I think Crawford takes that. Mikey is a little, I don't want to say robotic, but he's not as slick as Crawford is. He did the damn thing against Adrian Broner, but that's, Broner. I like Crawford in that though.
Man. Yeah, Crawford good, man. Good talent, man. Triple H said Mikey get knocked out late. Probably.
Early.
Yeah, probably so, man. I don't know. I think Mikey too slow, man. I think he's too slow to deal with Crawford. Yeah.
Can we talk about Lipinets for a second? Because no one's giving Lipinets his props. And he does come from a kickboxing background, so I may be a little bit biased towards him. But he fought in a qualifier so that he could be the number one contender. So he took a step back so they could unify. So it's only fair that he fight for that belt. Now, I'm not in agreement with them giving a very short time for Crawford to prepare for it. I think that they should make a little bit of accommodation on both ways. But Lipinets actually absolutely deserves that because he won that eliminator. I believe it was I don't even remember what date it was, but it was fairly recently that he won that 4-man eliminator.
Okay. See, I don't know what date the eliminator was on, but okay, so the kickboxing background. So how would that help him? Let's say if he had to fight Terence Crawford, like what do you think? How do you fight? I can't get this out, but how do you think the fight would begin to play out, man? If those two ever, let's just say if they decided to fight.
Well, if you're a kickboxer and you're going into boxing, first thing you got to do is forget about kickboxing, essentially. Like I had to reteach myself how to stand, how to move, how to defend, think differently, think like a boxer. So only thing that he can use from his kickboxing background is, I guess, just that toughness. But he seems pretty slick, especially for a former kickboxer. So when I look at him, I don't look at him like he's a boxer, like a kickboxer that learned how to box. He looks like he was a boxer that learned how to kick, in my opinion.
Man, okay. I mean, he's currently undefeated. He currently undefeated, and he got a couple of names that I know, but most of the people I don't know who, the people that he fought, but he's undefeated nonetheless. And he's kind of got he's yet to be tested, but he's from the same place as Gennady Golovkin is from, or he lived where he was born there anyway. Yeah, he was born in Kakistan. Hot diggity dog. I'll be damned. Just when
Man,
I thought.
you and your pronunciations, man. That's one thing I can't get over, Coach. You be screwing up some names, man.
Okay, so is it Kakistan?
It's Kazakhstan.
Okay, Kazakhstan. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And Malinaji is Malinaji.
See, man, Malinagi. But I thought it was Paulie Malignaggi.
Naji. Poli Malinaji.
Paulie Malignaggi. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, well, hell.
Whatever,
Paul,
right?
and Paul, I be trying, man. Hey, I finally got Joanna Jacek right. I finally got that right. I've been practicing that, man, for about a year now. Finally got that crap right. That's just how it is. Mikey, okay, let's see. Hold on. Hey, man. Well, these comments coming in like a flood, man. My boy Johnny from the 704, Coach. How do you feel about Tank Davis? I think somebody gonna take him out. He plays too much in the ring.
Who said that? Who said that?
Johnny Stamper. He said Tank Davis played too much in the ring. Dang.
I agree 100% with him, because when he was doing that, I was like, this dude. Look, man, I'm not gonna blame Floyd for anything, but I remember watching a video. I believe it was it may have been Ellie Seckback or something, and he had just bought the dude a car. This dude is getting 500,000 fights already. He's spoiling these dudes. So in my opinion, I feel like, he doesn't really have to try as hard. I think Floyd took the hunger away from him, and these dudes are fascinated by the money team, when the reason Floyd got that money is because he was part of that working team. Now he's on that money team. He putting money first, and I don't like that.
Yeah, man, these guys, they get fascinated with the money, the hoes that's running around the gym. They get fascinated with all the possession. And, these guys, man, they want Money Mayweather type stuff, but they don't want to do pretty boy work, man. And that's the problem with these guys. And then Floyd, actually giving them the world, that's not helping. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was a fighter and if I was getting signed to the money team. The first thing I would tell Floyd, look, man, whatever's in my contract, that's what I get. Don't give me no watches. Don't give me no extra cars. I don't want that. You know what? Let me go in there and let me earn what it is the hell I got to earn. Don't give me nothing, okay? Don't send none of them money team women around me. Nah, man. Keep them bras away from me, okay? Keep them away from me, because I want to be the world champion and I want to do it on my own accord under the guidelines. Don't give me that, because a lot of these guys, man, they feel obligated to, really just kiss Floyd butt, man. When it come down to the come down, that's just what it is, And Tank, hey, one of these guys, man, one of these guys that, okay, playing around, just not really being serious, man. Like, you can kind of tell, man, the guy, he a good fighter, man, damn good fighter, man. But it's just, He's the version of Adrian Broner that's got talent that can actually win fights. That's who
Yep.
Tank Davis is. Adrian
Yep.
Broner can't win no fights, man. But he's that version of Adrian Broner. But that stuff catch up to you, man. I done seen dudes get knocked out with all the skill set in the world. I'm talking about I done seen him ice cold laying out there. One dude, I thought he was dead. I mean, he was talented, man. And he could have been, like, really, truly could have been the next great, 140 pounder. Playing around, man, messing with all these different women and drinking and smoking and, tried to go on a fight after a night of partying, man. And dude got put to sleep. I'm talking about, like, they had to, literally thought this dude was dead, man. That's how hard he got knocked out.
It's a scary thing.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
Thing.
Then he woke up. Oh, go ahead.
Well, when I see these fighters, right, especially these younger fighters or these up and coming dudes, and they come in with their outfit, looks like they put a little too much thought in it. I always think, well, how much time did this take away from your training? You understand? Adrian Broner got the rhinestones and all of this, and then he goes into the ring and he doesn't perform. Mike Tyson, when he went in there, he went with a pair of black shorts, no frills. He just got busy. This dude came in looking like Tickle Me Elmo, and then, he was in there rabbit punching the dude in the back of his head by accident, but whatever. To me, it seems like he's not focused. You understand?
Yeah, man. A guy like that is dangerous, man. He's dangerous to himself, and he's dangerous to, his opponent. But he's more so dangerous, man. He's just dangerous because these are kind of guys that they go to sleep. And I'm talking about they get seriously injured. And Adrian Broner, man, he must have God looking out for him because he's lucky, man. He real lucky, man. He hadn't, been finished like big time. Because in the Marcos Maidana fight, man, I mean, I was like, man, they probably might have to stop this fight because dude taking a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I already said a couple months ago, like, I don't even want to speak that man's name because on the real, he's like, to me, he's everything that's wrong with boxing. And he has a team of yes men that's not telling him what to do. I mean, his own father's brushing his hair in the ring and all of that stuff. I'm like, this dude needs to get his priorities straight. I do believe for a man, he's a little too emotional. Talking about he's going to kill himself online and stuff like that. For Tank to even be associated with that dude and go back and forth with the Twitter beef told me a lot about Tank as well. You understand? I think these dudes need to get back to the basics, get away from all of that social media unless it's to promote the fight. But, I think Tank is savable, though. Adrian Broner, I already wrote him off.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tank is savable, man. I just, I can't blame everything on Floyd Mayweather Jr., but Floyd know what it takes, man. He know what it takes, and it's like, you know what? I just think Floyd probably may have to set a better example, man, if you want these 20-something-year-old guys to actually, you want these guys to, have some grit, determination. Well, these guys ain't have Floyd's circumstances. They don't have to walk 5 miles to get to the gym carrying a heavy bag. They ain't got to do that, They didn't have to, Floyd used to have to, borrow bus money, man. So sometimes he didn't have to walk to the gym that long, I mean, Floyd didn't have to fight. I mean, these guys don't have to fight to eat. Floyd was put into really a situation, man, where he got sick of his grandmother, Bernice. He got tired of her working 2 jobs. He was tired of, his mom being on crack. I mean, see, that kind of stuff will make you go and really do what you got to do it. And that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did. I respect that part of him because he was willing to go and get this done. And these guys, they don't have those kind of stories, man. They having everything right here in front of them. And Floyd is acting like the father to these guys, like, well, let me just give you everything that I never had, okay? Let me just give you everything I never had. Let me just give it to you. And then you just make me proud. That's not how it worked, man. Floyd,
right?
He got to stick it to these guys, man. He got to stick it to these guys. Get all these doppelgangers from around that damn gym, man. That would frustrate me as a coach, man. If I had to go in that gym and coach, I'd be frustrated. I'd be like, nah, man, we can't train here. It's too many distractions. Too many damn distractions, man. I mean, you got, you got these women with these water buffalo asses running around, and then you got all these people hanging out that they ain't doing nothing but just sitting in there talking and running their mouth. And you got people who trying to be trainers in there, and then you got the real trainers in there. They can't get their work done because you got all these damn idiots in the gym. You know, so I'm like, nah, man. Mm-mm.
And then you got, everybody with a camera, with a YouTube channel trying to ask questions and stuff like that. So it becomes like a circus. You take that, and then you have to keep also into account the fact that this generation of young people, they want everything instantly. I call it instant gratification generation. They want you to like, and they want to be told how great they are. Nah, y'all got to put in work. When we came up, we didn't have cell phones and, well, all this internet stuff. So it's like you have to work for your stuff. It wasn't about just getting an instant like and that blowing your head up. To me, these kids got the priorities wrong, especially if you're a prize fighter.
Yeah. Okay, and Adam, nah, I'm not saying it's Floyd's fault, but I am saying that he is giving them the fuel, or he's giving them the rope to hang themselves, because he's giving it to them, and he's giving them these nice little perks. And these are young guys. They're not gonna say no to a new car. They're not gonna say no to a watch. Especially if you've never really had that kind of stuff. They're not gonna say no. They're gonna say, oh yeah, yeah, I'll take it. But you got to work hard. Well, no, because if you're giving them that stuff, they're not gonna work hard, because they're gonna think that you're gonna give it to them. And that's the problem that I see with the younger fighters at the gym. Now you got like your guys like you have what's that guy name, man? Oh, you got Jalen Love, yeah, he'll come in there and get his work done, You got Tabitha Davis, they seem to manage to do okay there because they get their work done. You got Badu Jack, he seems to do okay, when they go there and work out. But these guys are seasoned, they know what it takes. But these real young guys, man, these guys gonna go in there and they're gonna get knocked out because they're not ready and they're not putting in the work. And I've seen these kind of things happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be knockout city in that gym, man.
I'm telling you, I already know what a part of why this generation is the way it is, and I don't want to sound like the salty old man, because in my generation was the baggy pants generation, and we got told that weren't going to amount to anything either. So I'm not saying that, but one thing is the invention of the smartphone and video games. A lot of these video games make these kids socially awkward, so they don't know how to interact with real people. And the smartphone, to me, is one of the biggest killers of productivity in the workplace. If you have your own business, in the gym, people will want to. I was holding pass for this girl that I'm about to send to America to fight, and you know about this fight because we spoke behind the scenes. After every round, she want to go to her phone. I'm like, no, stay right here and get this money. Your mind is somewhere else. When I say get this money, I mean work. Her mind is always on her phone, and she want to take a selfie, and she want to, hold this and record her hitting pads. I'm like, no. That right there, that smartphone and that online, all that other crap, this stuff is taking people's mental real estate away from where it needs to be. And that means, and I mean by that, training in the gym and getting that money.
Yeah, you know what? That's the same thing I say. Well, I had a kid right here that I trained in my strength and conditioning class, and we do well. Now she's getting ready for track and field. I also coach shot put and discus throw. I coach all that, and it's like, okay, you want to? Oh well, we're going on vacation. What you mean we going on vacation? No, we got to train. The season coming up. Oh well, I'll be back next week. Oh okay, well you think I can come train this time? Well, I need to train on this day, and I'm like, look, you're not serious about being the best, and I can't work with people that don't want to be the best. I can't do it. Like you just worried about too much other stuff besides being good. And it's this generation, man. If it ain't at the touch of a button, if they can't touch it, if they can't swipe it with the phone, they ain't trying to do it, man. And the video games make these jokers even stupider than normal. And I play a video game every now and then, but man, I can't spend somebody, they can spend hours, man, 3 and 4 hours. How the hell do you sit for 3 hours, man, in front of a game and just playing? They play that they play that little mind you know what I'm talking about, the one where they build a bunch of stuff. The what is that called?
Sim?
Nah, man, no. It's another one. Everything look like it's a block, everything like little blocks, but they running around and they building stuff, and you can blow up people's houses. And man, these jokers playing that crap, man. I can't remember I think it's Mind Blocks or Minecraft. I think it's Minecraft. That's what.
Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, man. Good grief, man. They sent that game came from the fourth dimension of hell, man. Good grief. Like, man, these jokers, they be stuck to that shit. Excuse me, PG-13 channel. They be stuck to that, man.
And now I'm telling you that, like in my house, we don't have video games and all of that. Like I'll let them use my iPad every once in a while, but for every 2 hours of TV, you got to put in that work studying. You got to be outside exercising. I don't just allow them to just go into some sort of virtual reality world, and then they end up becoming socially awkward and lazy. I can't do it. I will never do that.
Yeah, and I think it's just a generation now, man. And there are fighters I give a hard time, and I'll be the first to say it, man. Your Errol Spence Juniors, man. See, they're a different breed. They're a completely different breed. Terence Crawford, when he's focused on training, he's a different breed. You got Triple G. They're a different breed, man. Like I hate Gennady Golovkin's resume, but the guy will work. Whoever he fighting, he gonna work. He gonna do it. And these guys ain't got no more hunger, man. They don't have that hunger. They don't want to. It's the same thing, man. It's happening in all combat sports, man. Hell, it's even going over to MMA. Well, I'll fight this person, but or I'm gonna prepare for this person, but I'd rather fight this person. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Come on.
No, man.
And now you're gonna see ducking. I mean, another example is Danny Garcia, man. That's a disgrace. I'm like, man, come on, man. What the hell wrong with you, man? Brother. I'm telling you.
Yeah, him and his father is a piece of work.
Yeah, that piece of work. And then let's see, Mr. Doc said, "Don't let Robert Guerrero fool you," which his dad ruined his career. What's up, Nicholas? Johnny Stamper, when we came up. Yeah, man, you had to go outside, Mr. Johnny. A lot of these kids, they're overweight. They eat bad. They eating chips and drinks, and they eating hot piss and garbage every day, and they can't function. They can't think. They can't even solve their own problems. Some of these children, and you see what's going on, man. It's this generation. We got to get used to it. We got to get used to it.
I refuse to. My son's friends that come here, they're knocking on the doors. Adrian, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on the time of day. And don't bang on my door like the cops. As soon as we walking in the house from school, they're like, "Oh, can he come out?" I'm like, "Well, he has homework. Did you do your homework yet?" But their parents, they will allow these kids to run around because the parents themselves are on social media, letting the streets raise their children. And I don't have it. Like, if you're a disrespectful kid, I'm not letting my son play with you. If my son wants to hang with me, all right, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to run. We're going to do all of that. I'm not going to raise some lazy kid that thinks that, he's going to just get anything handed to him. And now he appreciates stuff. Because I had to cut him off from coming to the gym with me because he didn't want to shadow box. I'm like, well, yo, get your ass out of here. I had to have the UFC Dana White conversation with him. The one where he's like, do you want to be a fighter? Do you want to be a fighter? If I got to have that conversation too many times, that means you're not about it. But that doesn't mean you're going to be playing these video games. So you want to have some fun. We're going to get this work in the gym, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Shoot, I agree with that completely. That's how it is with these guys, man. But you got your Andre Ward, man. That's a different kind of fighter, man. The guy he's overly focused, and it's amazing why people won't use Andre Ward as a standard, a gold standard now for this generation, or people won't use Errol Spence. People too busy looking at the man nipples than really looking at how good a fighter that this guy really is. I mean, some old gay stuff, like, oh, okay, well, you worried about the man nipples, but oh, wait a minute, this guy just knocked out Kell Brook flat. Okay, hold on, wait a minute, you worry about this guy? He just knocked out Leonard Bundu and put him through the ring. Like, come on, y'all, come on, this guy is a special talent.
I mean, but he's on that list. He's on that special list too. So once. It's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Errol Spence is a family man. You don't hear him talking all greasy online and stuff like that. He does his work in the ring. and he still doesn't get any credit. It's like people don't want to fight him. I think half of them, not that they're scared, but they weigh risk versus reward. And unfortunately, when it comes to Errol, they're not seeing that much of a reward for that risk. But at the end of the day, fighters need to fight.
Yeah, they do. And Triple H, I'm using Errol Spence as an example. Triple H, I'm using him as an example of he's the outlier in this particular generation. You know, there are some outliers in this generation. You know, he's in the social media generation, no doubt, but he's an outlier because he's more focused than any other. He's really focused. You know, much more than a lot of these young people are right now in this generation. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm older than Errol Spence, and you can kind of see, you know, just what's going on. You know. Um, and yeah, you know, God Almighty, I'm kind of glad. You know, I ain't seen nobody with a crazy animal avatar in this thing saying something crazy. Man, okay, well, this must be a first. That must be a god. I had my block button ready, all ready to block these animal avatar dudes. I did. Oh well.
So, Coach, I got something for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off topic. If you have anything on topic, let's talk about it. But I have something in mind that I wanted to ask you.
Yes, sir.
All right. You put a video out last week, kind of give him, kind of credit for his business acumen in selling a fight. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you said something to the effect that Conor McGregor showed these boxers and these MMA dudes how to get a payday, and you were more praising than being critical of Conor. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I know exactly what video you're talking about.
All right, cool. Yeah, man, I don't agree with you on that. You know, we agree on everything else, but my point on that is that, like, look, that fight was sold off of pseudo racism, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to turn this into like a race war conversation, but
Nah. Yeah.
what was going to happen is that just like you a man, you a father, you are a son. There's certain topics that we wouldn't even allow some people in the comments to make, right? Like if like the dude yesterday was saying something slick about the women, boom, blocked, you out of here, right? Certain things we don't support. And as people of color and white people of conscience, we understand that playing that racial game, regardless whether it's real or fake, once you start trying to sell a fight on that, and you're drawing lines of nationalism, tribalism, and racism just to make a buck, I don't want no parts of it. So Conor didn't show anybody anything, in my opinion. What he did was exploit something and then use it to the advantage to almost like divide people and then conquer them financially by playing up that racism stuff. Like in Brooklyn, he said, he had this whole BBC envy thing going on, talking about I'm black from the waist down, saying that he had a gift for all the beautiful black women. That's disrespectful. And there's no way that we should be supporting anyone that comes and says anything negative about our sisters and perpetuate stereotypes about us, whether they be positive or negative. We shouldn't play that game. So Conor McGregor, he didn't do anything. He didn't show anyone anything, in my opinion. I just think that he is a great hope that they're trying to push. Well, we know from all communities, and mostly everybody listening to this right now can say that you don't sell wolf tickets, you don't write your PG-13 but cannot cash. That's exactly what Conor McGregor did. He couldn't box. He picked, in his eyes, a cherry pick, an old man that he was bigger than, supposedly faster than, and stronger than. And then he got washed. No one's holding him to accountability. Everyone should, but people are singing his praise, saying, oh, he did this and he did that. He ain't do nothing. He talked crap and he got beat for it.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. And I'm going to tell you where I was coming from in that particular video. See, Floyd Mayweather, they both kind of knew what was up. Like they both knew. They both knew exactly what was up. They hit every single demographic. Okay, if you notice in that whole thing, they insulted gays, they insulted lesbians, they insulted blacks. They insulted Irish. They did everything. Okay, they did everything pretty much around the spectrum so everybody could watch this fight. Um, and if you ever, really observe Conor McGregor, anybody he fighting, he'll say something really crazy. Like, when he was fighting Eddie Alvarez, he said something, and I kind of had to do a double take. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess ain't none of the Hispanic fans gonna say nothing about it. I guess they said it was okay. And see, the majority of us, we're gonna call it out, but I guess these other races, they're not gonna call it out too fast. But he kind of says that he's pretty consistent with stuff that he do. With this one, he took it to a whole nother level. He took it to a level that I'm like, oh, okay, they really trying to sell this fight. And that's what it was. Because I'm telling you what's going on. Him and Floyd Mayweather, they sitting back, they laughing. They're probably drinking. Well, Floyd probably ain't drinking, but they sitting back laughing. Connor drinking some more of his whiskey. Floyd probably went to go visit him in the hospital. Hey, sorry, man. I ain't mean to hit you that hard, man. We were just supposed to go a couple of rounds. You supposed to fall. But I just want to get the fans what they want to see. That's probably they're sitting there having these conversations. So what I'm saying is that, racism aside, guy works pretty hard. He works hard. And in the UFC, he's been able to pretty much, for the most part, back it up. Trash talk, then back it up. And then, trash talk some more, back it up, trash talk. Okay, so he's got the one element. He know how to trash talk, but he does work. That's the one thing I'll give it to him. He'll put the work in. And what I was saying with that video is that, he's talking, but then he's backing it up, and then he's going to fight. He's going to fight. I can't say he won't take a tough fight. I mean, he fought Nate Diaz twice. I can say that was a tough fight. It's some people I want to see him get beat up by. Like, I want to see him get beat up by Khabib. I still think Khabib would beat him up. There are a couple of people I think would probably beat Conor McGregor, but for the most part, when he was there, he fought the fights. So what I was saying with these fighters is, you know what? How can somebody else come to your sport? Okay, they come to your sport, they trash talk in your sport, and they get the payday in your sport. They ain't figured it out, man. If you can win, remotely be somewhat of a winner and run your mouth and back it up, you will talk yourself into a money fight. And that's what he did. He talked himself into the fight. He knew what was going on. They used every avenue. Him, Dana White, they all knew, man. They used racism. They used everything they could to get people at that fight. And that's what they did. And watch.
Go on. I'm sorry.
When you see Conor McGregor again, if he ever fights again, if it's a Hispanic dude, I guarantee you he's going to say something derogatory about Hispanics. Matter of fact, he said something derogatory to Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
He said something to Jose Aldo. And, Jose, I don't think he picked up on it that fast because, his English not that great. So, Jose was kind of just sitting there. But, had it been somebody like a Nate Diaz he'd have said that to, they would have picked up on it and called him out on it.
Well, he did say something to Nate, something to the effect of he's a cholo from the hood. He made the throwback to slavery comment about the favelas in Brazil. And we all know that outside of Africa, Brazil has the largest population of Black people in the world. So what you described to me was a pattern of racism or of racist comments being used to sell a fight. Now, I'm going to talk on something else. When you mentioned that as long as he backs it up, backing up is the proof. If you talk it and then you win, he did not do that with Floyd. That's what I'm saying. He talked a lot of crap, used race and all of this other stuff, and then he got washed. So there was no backing it up. And if you look at the crowd, this was an American in America and in North America, Canada, that got maybe 10% or 15% of the crowd to support him on his own soil. You understand what I'm saying? Had everyone saying F the Mayweather's violating, and I know Floyd Mayweather has something to do with it. There was an agreement there. However, who suffers the brunt of that spillover? Everyone on YouTube in the comments. If you say anything contrary to Conor McGregor now that he lost, and you're a person of color and they can tell, you're going to get hit with F the N words, or you're an N word. Yep. So that's why that whole game, we're getting into something dangerous when we support someone who is overtly and has a pattern of I guess, profiting off of racism. And to me, that's not cool at all.
Yeah. Now, see, I ain't say like I openly like support him. I'm just saying what he did. If you look at what he did and how he did it, you got to think this is a $2 million a fight guy. Okay, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $2 million fight guy, and you just talked yourself into the biggest payday. See, what I was trying to say is, part of him not wanting to get pimped out by the UFC because he not stupid. He knew that he was worth more, and so I was trying to put it in the context that these fighters they need to understand what their worth is, that they're more valuable than what they really are. Because some fighters, they really don't know. They have no idea. So what's happening is he's making a paradigm shift in mixed martial arts. So now you got guys demanding paydays. Now you got guys wanting to fight boxers. Now you got boxers wanting to fight MMA fighters. Okay. You got these guys wanting to do that. So, I mean, from a business standpoint, he actually did. He showed, look, this is what you do because you're worth more. The racism, I don't really agree with the stuff he said. Okay. I never agree with that. And I've come on here. I've never supported Conor McGregor. But what I said was, you know, he knows his worth. He understood what his worth was, and he got tired of him making what 1 or 2 million, while Dana White and those guys making millions. And I think that was the whole thing behind it. Yeah, what he said about that, from the waist down, and it just seemed like he was just trying too hard to try to sell a fight that was pretty much already sold. It was already sold. People was gonna buy the fight anyway because people wanted to see that. They didn't have to put all that stuff in there. I mean, they probably would have had just as many pay-per-view buys if he hadn't have done all that. But Floyd kind of sat back though. Floyd sat back and Floyd just soaked it all up, and he was trying to act like he was really so against Conor McGregor, being racist, and he wasn't. Look, Floyd cared about the money. They sitting there hugging each other, so that ought to tell you what Floyd's intentions were too. He sat back.
Absolutely.
He did the same thing. Floyd co-signed the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he silently co-signed it, so there was a tacit agreement between the two. But that, while it is good financial business, and there is really no morality in business. I understand that. I'm American, but there's just certain things that I can't support. So if you can call out that this man has used has used a pattern of speaking on people's ethnicity, their sexuality to sell a fight, then by the same token, you shouldn't be blocking people in the comments who say racist things, because you are getting more views from these people. So if you're going to be, against racism on one hand, like on your last video where you said, oh, I don't want to talk about the men because then I get the racist trolls coming in, and I can support you on that. But then I can't support the fact that you allow pseudo or even real racism to support a fight and then call it big good business. If I were to get on here now and start saying some off the wall things about female MMA fighters and talking about their body types, or even made a joke about domestic violence, no one on this chat would support me. They would call me for what I was, which would be a bigot, an abuser and things like that. No matter how much money you make off of some, good business is good business and bad business is bad business. The cartel makes money off of selling poison to people. Doesn't mean that they're good businessmen. Yeah, they put money in their pockets. It's poison. And that was my only point with that. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor had enough support from everyone else that was supporting him due to tribalism, nationalism, and racism, that I don't think he needs any help from the LDBC, in any good words. And I know there's a couple of other people out in the LDBC that have the same view, not as me, but as you. But I'm just like this. If you know that it's racist, and we as Black people understand that what we've gone through, what people that look like us have died for, then we can't accept any parts of that, full stop. And that's that European coming out of me. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm out here in Rotterdam, so you know what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing, when B-Hop told Joe Kawasaki, hey, a white boy ain't going to beat me. He used racism. He used that to sell a fight, and it's been going on for years, man. I mean, promoters been using racism to sell fights for years. It's just this particular one, it was different because, he was actually, okay, did he just say that? Oh, well, damn, he just said it. Well, okay, so is anybody going to call it out? I don't, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with, probably most of what you just said. I agree with that. I guess I was looking at it from a standpoint of these fighters being able to work and talk themselves up. That's what I was looking at it from, not the fact that okay, he said those things, because I didn't like it. I didn't particularly like it, and I said something about it. But I said I wasn't going to use it to just sit back because no, I'm not a fan of Conor McGregor. Nope. But it's something that some of these fighters might want to do. Maybe go work hard and maybe really go do what you got to do and get your microphone skills up, and you can talk yourself into $100 million fight just like he did. Because it's probably frustrating to Floyd that he got all this talent around him, but these guys won't do the work, to actually go get it. And
Right.
Floyd been trying to teach these guys. He been trying to teach these guys how to get it done. He been trying to, but these guys don't really truly want to listen. They really don't want it. They want like some of the handout stuff that he's giving them, but they really don't want to be a supreme legacy. And I think I was getting at it more toward that angle versus, like I'm not like in support of McGregor. I'm not like in support of him. Like, oh yeah, I support him. I don't support him. I'm just saying in that aspect of working hard and having microphone skills. So
Yeah, he could sell a good game, but anytime I hear you not disrespect, but go in on somebody like Dana White, you call him a bald head whisker biscuit. You never mention that white bald head whisker biscuit because you don't need to. So there's a way to sell a fight, and there's certain things that you should stay away from. But that's just me trying to be, Mr. Morality or whatever. But I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. But I do want to thank you for letting me call in. Right now, I got to go to the gym because I'm training this girl. We got a fight in Minnesota next Saturday, and I'm about to go put in this work. All right. So peace.
hey,
Shout out to everybody in the chat, and I'll be back soon.
okay, definitely, man. We gotta get you in on the next one, man. Yeah, we got to, man. It'll probably be on the weekend, man. Cause I know for the rest
Yeah.
of this week, man, I'm booked solid. So I ain't gonna be on it. Just the last day for a while. Not being at
All right,
12.
coach.
But okay, man. All right,
All right,
guys.
peace.
That was OG Nakmeezy. And guys, he fights and he's training somebody currently right now. Okay, guys, we're gonna go into the last part of this program, and then the coach got to get out of here, and I got to go get myself together too and train people. I'm not gonna train. Okay. Nah, that's OG Nakmeezy. Nah, that's not Brother Polite. He's OG Nakmeezy, man. Guy, he actually knows how to fight, man. Dude can fight. Dude can fight. And he's actually a trainer, and he trained his own son to go, and his son's pretty good too. Okay, let's get into the next part of this program. All right, let's talk about the women's MMA no love list. Okay, let's talk about the women's MMA love list. How are you doing, Beverly Rose? Okay, Guitar Babe. If you want to come in, give me a yes. And Guitar Babe, I will bring you in. Okay. I will bring you in and we can go ahead and have this list. So, guys, for those of y'all that you're not into women's MMA, this might be the good time to exit stage left. Or if you want to stay, you can hang around. Okay. Because for the boxing fans, the women's MMA probably gets boring to you. But to me, it's good. It's good. To me, it's good. Okay. That's just the way that is. Okay. That's just the way that is. All right. Beverly Rose, what's up? Okay. Usually when I talk women's MMA, I try to get a woman on the panel. Okay. Try to. But, sometimes the women are tough to get in. So I'll go ahead and pretty much kick this thing off. I'm going to let a few of y'all slide out of here. Rodney Miles, what's up, man? Women's MMA content. We're going to talk about it. Some people really, buddy. I'm talking about, man, I had so many. I blocked about 12 people, man, on one video, man. Like I was getting comments on the filter. I was getting comments in private. And man, that women's MMA no love list, that turned a lot of people the wrong way. But I'm gonna tell you something, Rough House. Hey man, private message me your email, man. Okay. Give me your email, Rough House. And hopefully, man, we can get you in on this, man. Okay. You, Johnny Stamper. I had your email, man, and I lost it. Okay. And TJ, I agree with that, man. The racism surrounding the Mayweather match was so offensive to people. Then these people shouldn't have brought the fight at a minimum. I didn't buy the fight. I didn't buy the fight I streamed it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I streamed it. I streamed it. I mean, I wanted to see, TJ. I really wanted to see what was going to happen. I just wanted to see. Like, come on, man. Come on. You can't really think, okay, is Floyd going to beat this guy? Okay, or is the trash talking, crazy racist Irish going to win the fight? Like, I just, it was intriguing. Like, I just wanted to see. I'm just saying. Yeah, TC, man. These people were going crazy, man. And I'm actually going to read. I'm going to read some of those comments, okay? I'm going to read a few of those comments because the fact of the matter is, guys, people basically don't like it. They don't like when you come out, but a lot of these fighters, and it's okay. It's okay to disagree with some of the fighters that I put on the list, okay? It is. It is. But I mean, the thing of it is, some of these women, like Rocky Pennington, Chris Cyborg, Marion Renault, are you serious? Like, man, come on. They've been getting it. They have been getting the crap, okay? OG said, no, he ain't no brother polite. Nah, OG is just a real brother, man. OG don't care, man. He will tell you, okay? OG will tell you. Why do I have an ad up for, never mind, I ain't gonna tell y'all that. OG is a real dude, man. I respect him, man. Even if I don't disagree with OG, I mean, even if I disagree with him, man, I respect the guy because he's been 100 with me since he subscribed to my channel. He's been 100 and nothing more. So I got to be real. I got to eat shots and I'm going to take them. But I got love for OG Nakmeezy. I don't care. I don't care what we disagree on. I got love for this guy. I got 10,000 pounds of love for this dude. And one day, man, one day, it'd be my dream to meet up with 78 blood boxing OG Nakmeezy. I'm talking about literally meet up with some of these guys, man. I mean, it would, man. It'd be a dream come true, man, because these guys they're cool. But yeah, let's talk about some of these women on the no love list, man. Okay, so Jeannie, let's get into it. You thought a lot of those women shouldn't have been on the list. It didn't offend me in any way, though. Some people just want to be offended. Okay, got you. So tell me, what woman do you think didn't believe that should have been on the list? And I'll go ahead, man, and I'll tell you why I thought they should have been on the list. Okay, you tell me, like, what women don't you, in your opinion, should not have been on that no love list? Oh, my boy, the truth is there, TJ, and TJ, that's my dude too, man. TJ, my dude. Okay, we don't agree on everything. Hell, TJ be getting on me too, but I got love for TJ. And hopefully one day, TJ, TJ work it up, man, and even want to come on live one day. I hope he do, man. He ain't that bad of a dude. No, I'm just playing. TJ, good dude. Okay, Cynthia Cavillo. Are you serious? Did you really say Cynthia Cavillo? Look, man. People was getting on Cynthia Cavillo. People was getting on Cynthia Cavillo, okay? People were saying that she's a hype job. Okay, so the first fight she took on 2 weeks' notice. Love for the truth. What's up, man? Definitely, man. Much love. They said she was a hype job. She took her first fight on 2 weeks' notice, okay? And I'm just telling you, when you take a fight on short notice, okay, I don't care who you are or who you're fighting. If the person that you're taking a short notice fight against has had a full training camp and you have not, it is to an extent, it's tough if the person's skill sets are not there. Okay, she fought Amanda Bobby Cooper, okay? She fought Amanda Bobby Cooper, who they were picking Amanda Bobby Cooper to win that fight. They was picking Amanda Bobby Cooper to win that damn fight. And guess what? Amanda Bobby Cooper did not win that fight. She got bodied. Okay. She fought her next fight. Okay. Her next fight was on a 3-week notice. She took that fight. Okay. And she fought against she fought against Pearl Gonzalez. She fought against Pearl Gonzalez. Okay. That was supposed to be a tough fight, and Pearl Gonzalez was a tough opponent, and I'm going to be interviewing Pearl Gonzalez soon. Pearl just better give me a time soon, because Pearl keep messing up the time. But, you know, Pearl going to give me that time. But, you know, Pearl Gonzalez was a tough opponent. She beat Pearl Gonzalez. Okay, now you get to the hype. Okay, now, okay, she ain't never faced a fighter like JoJo Calderwood. Oh, JoJo Calderwood going to get in there and strike Cynthia Calvillo to death. Oh, yeah, JoJo's going to do it. No, she didn't. Cynthia Calvillo out counterpunch JoJo Calderwood. But people still saying she was a hype job. Now, and here's my point. If Cynthia Calvillo is a hype job, then would that make JoJo Calderwood a hype job, since the person that wasn't a hype job got beat by the hype job? I mean, how are these fans going to explain this? And I broke it down. Okay. All right. So what I did, let me answer some questions. Okay. I've been doing like a dossier. I've been doing a dossier. Okay. And I even got videos in the past where I've even, you know, showed y'all comments of what people saying. But I did a dossier. Okay. I did a dossier, and I did some of the most crazy comments or things that's happened to a lot of these fighters. Okay. And yeah, I think Tanya Evinger should have been on the list too, but I forgot Tanya Evinger. But on volume 2, Tanya Evinger going to be on volume 2. Trust me. Okay. Okay. So we all know what's going on with Cyborg. I've documented what was going on with Chris Cyborg. I've documented all of that stuff. Okay. I've documented that entire debauchery with Chris Cyborg. Okay. I documented everything that was going on with Marion Renaud. So I don't think a lot of people will argue with me why I put Chris Cyborg and Marion Renaud on that list. Okay. I don't think people are going to argue with me why I put Alexa Grasso on that list. Okay. Maybe even Danielle Taylor, Claudia Gadelia. Okay. Nobody's really arguing about Vivian Prairie, because people probably don't even know who Vivian Prairie is anyway. Okay. Maybe people would kind of go back and forth with Amanda Nunes and Jermaine Durandame. But no, you can see why with Amanda and Jermaine. Okay. Angela Lee. You know, okay. Let's talk about why Leslie Smith is on the list. Okay. Leslie Smith she didn't get the hatred from the fans per se. Now, Leslie Smith did something that it's just not normal. Leslie Smith tried to get a fighters union started. She tried to. And the thing with Leslie Smith, she was very adamant about this. Okay. She was very adamant. Leslie Smith was adamant about getting this fighters union started. And then somebody sold her out. I don't know. She was trying to work with somebody, and I can't remember the story. Okay. She was trying to work with somebody, and then that person like let out a lot of information that Leslie didn't quite want it, you know, out at the time. And so Leslie was like, okay, okay, well, I got to get out of this because this person gonna ruin me. So Leslie got out. Leslie, you know, had a growth in her stomach. I think it was a tumor, and she was going to the doctor to get her insurance, and Leslie found out that her insurance would not cover her surgery. And you know what the UFC told Leslie Smith? They said, Leslie, okay, Leslie, if the tumor or injury was, if the whatever it was, if it wasn't caused in a fight, then the UFC is not liable for that. So Leslie Smith was like, oh, hell no, you know, no. And so Leslie, she threw a guilt trip, and she did all kind of stuff. Leslie put it out there. Look, they're not paying for my surgery. They ain't doing it. So I got to figure out how to pay for this. So that's what happened. And so Leslie, she guilt tripped the UFC. She guilt tripped them, and guess what? They paid for that surgery. So, you know, Leslie stuck her neck out there. So they're not too, I don't think they're very fond of Leslie Smith. They just not, okay? Anytime you expose them or you really put them out there, they're not going to be a fan of you. I don't care what you say, they're not. And, you know, look at Leslie Smith now, you know. It's just like they put her in there against Cyborg, which that was a wrong move. Leslie said, okay, I'll take the fight. I mean, big ups to her for doing that, but you know, if I'm Leslie manager, no. But see, Leslie needed the money. Leslie needed that money. Leslie Smith needed the money. She's come on and said that she needed the money, and she took the fight against Cyborg. Now, isn't that funny how this person been heading up these fighters unions? Okay, it's funny how they do that, and they couldn't find her another bantamweight to fight. They found Cyborg. Do y'all find that kind of fishy to me? Because I sure do. Okay. That's why Leslie Smith is on that list. Okay. Okay. Cynthia Calvillo. I explained Cynthia Calvillo. Okay. Who else do y'all like have the question on? Okay. I mean, who else do y'all? I can tell you why they're on that list. Okay, I can break it down to you quite easily. Okay, I thought somebody said something about Rose Namajunas shouldn't be on that list. Okay, Rose Namajunas not catching a lot of hate from the UFC. Nah, no, Rose Namajunas catching it from the fans. And my whole thing with this is that okay, before Rose Namajunas was an afterthought. Okay, everybody just chalked it up. Okay, Rose Namajunas is this girl with mental problems. Okay, so what? We don't care about Rose Namajunas. Okay, we don't care about Rose. Rose is just nothing. Okay, forget about Rose. But as soon as Rose kind of started winning a little bit, okay, Rose is a hype job. Rose is a hype job. Rose is this. Okay. Okay, Rose goes and beats Michelle Waterson, and they give Rose a title shot. Oh Lord, you would have thought the devil have come up from hell to start terrorizing the earth. I mean, for real. That's what would have happened. So Rose pretty much, man. Rose just pretty much put it out there. And then people started saying Rose Namajunas was ducking Claudia Gadelha, which no, she wasn't ducking Claudia Gadelha. They said she was ducking Jessica Andrade. No, she didn't duck Jessica Andrade, and I proved that. Okay, I proved that Rose Namajunas, in fact, did not duck Jessica and Claudia. I proved that already. I got the text message right here, and pretty much Rose Namajunas said, "Listen, Claudia Gadelha been running her mouth." Okay, I think they should have fought too, George. I think they should have fought. Here go the thing, man. That her fighting Michelle Waterson, that was the UFC's attempt to put the two prettiest strawweights in the octagon together. Okay, that was a sex sales move. Okay, it just was, because I look at Michelle Waterson's resume. I'm sorry, I just don't think her resume is. I don't think. Matter of fact, Michelle Waterson's resume, I don't think it's as strong as a lot of some of the strawweights. I don't think Michelle Waterson's resume is that strong. It's not like a terrible resume, but it's okay. It's average, you know. It's average. It's average. It really is average. It is. And I would have liked to see Rose fought Claudia. Rose actually asked for that fight, but the UFC said, we're not having this. We're not having it. No, this fight ain't finna go down. No. You finna get in here with Michelle Waterson and make us some money. See, that's what happened. The UFC, they made other plans. Rose Namajunas wanted Claudia. That's the truth. And guys, that's the utmost truth. I got the text message right here, okay? And I can tell you that's exactly what went down. So all this stuff that Rose ducked Claudia Gadelha, no, that's not true. Okay? That's not the truth. It was a money decision. Now, let's take a look. Let's go to Jessica Andrade. Okay. Rose Namajunas ducked Jessica Andrade. No. And I proved that to y'all too, because to be quite honest with y'all, if Rose Namajunas beat Angela Hill, I'm talking about she beat Angela Hill easy. I'm talking about submitted Angela, no problem whatsoever. Okay. Jessica Andrade took Jessica Andrade took Angela Hill to the limit. Okay. Seriously. Jessica Andrade took Angela Hill to the limit. Why would Rose Namajunas look at that and say, "Oh, I'm afraid of Jessica Andrade"? What Rose would say, what Rose would tell you, wait a minute, this the same girl that took a girl that I got out of there in round one, the distance. If anything, Rose would be like, yeah, sign her up because I'll beat her easily. That's what Rose would say. That's what Rose would say to y'all. And I'm trying to tell y'all this. But, we can go with that narrative that Rose is scared. Okay, great, but it's not true. Okay? So that's why Rose Namajunas is on the no love list. That's why she's on the no love list. People don't like Rose. Not anymore. Yeah, but Rose, but see, Brian, before she called out Michelle Waterson, Rose wanted Claudia for running her mouth. Rose wanted Claudia for running her mouth. See, there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. There are a lot of things that go on. And let me tell you something else. Rose don't have creative control. She don't. Rose can call out Jesus. But If you know, Dana White and Sean Shelby say, no, you're gonna fight who we want you to. No, Rose didn't publicly come out and call out Claudia. No, she didn't come out. She went to the UFC and Rose asked for that fight. Rose said, I got the text right here, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying. I got the text right here. Okay. Rose Namajunas went to the UFC and she said, if Claudia wanted, she can get it. And the UFC told them no. The UFC told Pat Barry and Rose Namajunas, no, you're going to fight Michelle Waterson. Claudia called out. I mean, Rose wanted Claudia first. She wanted Claudia first because Claudia had been talking junk anyway. They said no. They said no. The UFC said no. Folks, you got to understand how they run the business. Rose is not the fighter. Rose is not the fighter that can go in there and say, give me this fight now. No. Rose is not a star. She don't have creative control like that. No, they're not. They're going to tell Rose, no, fight this person. That's what's going to happen, okay? That's what's going to happen. Rose wanted Claudia. Folks, it's the truth. Rose Namajunas wanted to fight Claudia Gadelha, and I've been trying to tell people this. She wanted to. But then when they told Rose no, what did she do? What did Rose do? Rose said, forget it. Okay, I'm not going to get what I want anyway. I'm not going to get what I want. And Rose already knew that they weren't going to put her in there with Claudia. Rose already knew this. And speaking of Claudia Gadelha, Claudia should have went ahead and took that fight with Joanna, but, you know, Claudia was like, well, I don't know. I think she said, you need to see something writing. Okay, well, I got the text right here, sir. Look, an associate, okay, a Pat Barry was watching my show, okay? Reached out to me on the show, okay? Reached out to me on the show while I was taping this. Reached out, I got the message. He shot me a text. Word for word what Pat Barry told him. He called Pat Barry on the phone while I was having a show. I got the text right here. Now, are you telling me that Pat Barry is lying? Are you telling me that Rose Namajunas is lying? I mean, what do they got to lie for? Why? I don't understand. But hey, man, you know, it is what it is. I mean, if we think Rose is lying, then, well, okay. Okay, we do. We just think Rose is a liar. But nope. Nope. Pat Barry, what is he going to lie about that for? What does Pat Barry have to gain by lying? What? And Rodney, they can't get any fight they want. They can't get any fight they want. The UFC, they're thinking profit first and fighter satisfaction last. That's just it, y'all. That's just it. It's not, you know, the fact that, well, I think, you know, Rose was afraid. No. Wow. Yeah. And TJ, there you go. There you go, TJ. TJ summed it up in a paragraph, in a sentence. Wait, did everyone who fought JJ? Oh crap, the comments coming in too. You need to see the text. Oh, well, okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the text. I got the text. See, look, just because my channel is only what 4,000 people strong, just because I only got 4,000 subscribers, you'd be surprised some of the stuff that I'm able to find out. You'd be surprised. I can show you the text without showing you the name. I can do that. Matter of fact, here, let me help you out here. I'm gonna show you the text because, see, people just hard-headed. You can't tell them that. I'm gonna show you the text, buddy. But see, if I show you the text, you know what you'll do? You'll say, well, good grief, man. God Almighty. Well, that text, you can fabricate the text. You'll say something like that. But nonetheless, I'm gonna show it to you. Let me find the text. Hot diggity dog. I'm in the news feed now. See, people. How almighty. Rose said, "Give Claudia that heat." Uh, I'm finna show it to you. You finna be like, "What? What? No, no way, no way, no." Coach, you're right again. You're right again. No, no. Hold on. I'm getting it in. I'm getting it in. No, no. Coach, no, you're lying. That's just what I'm gonna say. That's what you're gonna say. Watch. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Let me cut this camera on here. See what some of y'all. You just hold on here. Get out of here and put the phone up there. Okay. Read very carefully, okay? Oh, it's backwards. Okay. There it is right there. There it is right there. See? How you gonna explain this? How you gonna explain this? There was a text right there, bud. Sorry to tell you. That's a text right there. Right here. Yeah, that was it. That's the text right there. That's the text right there. I mean, how you gonna explain that? I just showed it to you. I just sat back and I showed it to you. Oh man, I tell you, I tell you, I tell you. You know, I believe in y'all. But guys, I just showed y'all the whole shebang. I'll show it to you again because I know some people we're just not gonna look. Okay. Okay. Here's a text. Okay. Rose heard Claudia talking. Let's keep it up. Rose heard Claudia talking. Okay. I'm reading it backwards. And crap. And told UFC if Claudia wanted if Claudia wanted, she can get it. This this talk about ducking is BS. Because it's backwards on the camera. So folks, it's right there. It's right there in your face, y'all. It is right there in your face. Come on. That's it right there. Tell y'all. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So that's why Rose Namajunas got put on a no love list, okay? That's why. That's why. Yeah. I agree with TJ. I agree with TJ on that. Yeah, it would be a civil war. Shoot. I mean, it just would. That's just how that is, okay? All right. But anyway, well, that's all the questions about the no love list, y'all. The no love list, yeah. Pretty intense, man. I got some crazy comments. Like, there was a comment from a guy, and I'm gonna show y'all. It's a guy that got a parakeet eaten out of his ear, man. Like, some of the. I sat back and I said, this is a grown man, okay, letting a parakeet eat wax out of his ear. A grown man, and I said, how is this guy gonna explain this? But again, he don't have an animal avatar, but he's using animals in his video. Like, I'm sorry. The guy had a parakeet eaten out of his ear. And and I said, good grief, man. Good grief. Good grief. It's like these trolls are starting to become more and more. They're becoming more creative. Like, I'll be darned. Okay. A parakeet, a parakeet is eating out of your ear, picking the wax out of your ear. Good grief, man. These people and their animals, I can't get enough of this crap. I just can't. But anyway, guys, what we got to do, we're probably going to cut this here short. Let's see. Yeah, Jeannie. This guy had a parakeet. Okay, look, I kid you not. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show y'all this, and this is all the airtime that this clown is gonna get. Okay, it's all the airtime this clown is gonna get. This guy had a parakeet eaten out of his ear, guys. I kid y'all not. And this guy was trying to call me retarded, and I'm like, are you serious? Look, there's a man. There's a man. A grown man. Look at this, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this. Look at this. Look at this. Tell me if that look. This guy has a parakeet eaten out of his ear. How was he gonna explain this? How was this guy gonna explain all of this, y'all? Yeah, they hated the no love list. They did. Yep. They probably, I don't know. Mari Ray know it's probably gonna be a thing, to myself. And I'm sitting here thinking, Marion, please finish this fight. Please finish it, because I know what's gonna happen to you. I know what's gonna happen to you. I know. Yeah. Yep. Juliana Pena. Yeah, I put Juliana on the no love list because it's not right, man. Yeah, Juliana talks a lot. Okay. Juliana talks a lot. But Juliana made some great points. Juliana said, how does Harmless Holly get these positions to get all these title shots and she keep losing? That's a fair point, because Juliana Pena, she's only lost once in the UFC. She's only lost once, and she lost to Valentina Shevchenko, okay? So I got to give it to Juliana Pena, okay? Juliana Pena got me on that one. I mean, and she telling the truth. She telling the truth. Like, how does Holly get all these privileges? How? Juliana Pena, okay? I had to put on, because, man, Juliana, under all the stuff she was talking, Juliana Pena made good sense. And why is she being overlooked? Why does Juliana Pena have to continuously try to promote herself? She's doing it, and I know why she's doing it. She's trying to sell herself. Yeah. I think at least at any point Juliana Pena earned a fight with Holly Holm. I think she did. I think Juliana earned her a fight with Holly Holm. Definitely, no doubt that she earned a fight versus Holly. She deserves that fight, but they're not going to give her that fight. They're not going to let her in the ring with Holly. Okay, they're just not going to do it. That's just how it is. That's just the way that is. Okay. Yeah. Top 10 ducking. Holly Holm, Holly Holm getting special treatment. I believe that. I'm not, people say, well, Coach, where you go bashing Holly again. I'm really not bashing Holly. It's just, but guys, come on now. 3 straight losses, and you getting another opportunity for a title shot. I don't know, y'all. I can't see it. Okay, I just can't see it. Sorry. Yeah, Pena beat Cat Zingano. I don't care what version of Cat they say. Cat was a game opponent. Cat got in that octagon. Juliana Pena won. Okay, so I put Juliana because, yeah, she was right. They're overlooking her. Okay, while Holly Holm getting everything else. While Holly Holm getting what she wants, Juliana Pena got to sit. Yeah, and part of it Juliana fault. Now I will say this: Juliana ducked Valentina Shevchenko the first time. But Juliana knew that the only way she was going to get a title shot, they knew, is that, she had to fight Valentina. There was no way that she was going to get anything, okay? It wasn't. She had to take that fight. And when she lost to Valentina, it was a loss, her first real loss within the UFC. And then when, she looked up at the rankings, she still noticed that, Holly Holm is going back and forth between being ranked ahead of her, between being ranked below her. And it's like, it is frustrating for a fighter if you're fighting consistently and you're fighting, top competition, and then you have somebody else who's in your same weight class. They're not fighting, top competition. They're not doing it. And they're going to get all these privileges that you would never get as a fighter, no matter what you do. Okay. So, yeah, I understand why Juliana Pena is frustrated. Okay. I understand. Yeah. And she had her shot, but she lost. But the thing of it is, so did Holly. Holly lost to Valentina. Okay. Holly Holm lost to Misha Tate. Holly Holm had her shot and she lost several times and she's still getting another shot. So I'm with Juliana Pena on this one. No, 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 Holly shouldn't be getting another title shot. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's just how it is. I don't know. I don't know. Now they sacrificing Holly to Cyborg. Probably, if Holly take the fight with Cyborg, we know it's her last fight. It's money. She gonna go in there. Holly Holm is gonna get destroyed. Holly Holm is gonna get destroyed. Okay, she's gonna get destroyed. Yeah, man. Kat Zingano ducked Marion Renault. She ducked Marion Renault, man. That's a fact. It's a straight up fact. Kat Zingano ducked Marion Renault. She did. They turned it down. And I proved to you because when you look at people's when you look at fighters and you look at their if you look at their resumes and you start really looking at those resumes, look to see how long that they've not had a fight. And can you tell me, okay? Kat Zingano hadn't had a fight in a while. And see, Will, I don't care what Kat says. She wants a big name fight. Kat has been on the shelf, okay? Kat Zingano has been on the shelf because she turned down a fight. That's just how that is. That's just the way that is. She has. When you turn down fights, okay? When you turn down fights, they're gonna shelve you. Kat Zingano been out of commission for damn near a year, okay? They don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't have creative control. So when you duck somebody, not having creative control, if you don't fight who they tell you to when you don't have creative control, then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna put you on the shelf. Have y'all noticed Juliana Pena? She ain't been fighting. Have y'all noticed Kat Zingano and Alexis Davis? They ain't been fighting. I wonder why. Because they're on the shelf, people. They're on the shelf. There's nothing else to say. They're on the shelf. That's just how that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. They're on the shelf. Okay. Colorful language. I won't repeat it, King. What is Marion going to do for her career? What you mean? She's 40 years old. Marion got about 2 years left at maximum. That's what she told me. Marion trying to fight who she can fight now. She trying to fight people in the top 10. Marion want to work for a title shot just like everybody else. And to be honest, she wants people in the top 10 so she can move up in the rankings. Okay. And speaking of rankings, let me check these rankings out before I get off of here in 5 minutes. Let me check these rankings out. Because I got to see these rankings. I got to see these rankings. They moved Marion up like I thought. If they didn't, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be real mad. And boy, it's gonna be Armageddon. Let me tell you. Let's check these rankings out. The coach is checking right now. Let's see. They're supposed to come out on Monday. Okay, let's see. I don't see anything. Hold on. No, they hadn't updated them yet. The rankings have not been updated yet, but okay, let's hope soon that these rankings will be updated, okay? Whew. Yeah, yep. Seeing that Holly, yep, Holly's running for dear life. Help me, please. Please, Cyborg is coming to get me. No, please don't fight me. Don't beat me up, please. That's what these girls doing when they run from Cyborg. Oh man, how you gonna explain this? Yeah. Yep. Holly, in a good spot. Holly in a good spot to cash out. Like really, if she thinking about leaving, this is it for her. Then the Cyborg fight is the way for her to go. If she's thinking about leaving, but I'm not too excited to see Holly Holm get in there with Cyborg. I don't want to see it, man. I know what's gonna happen, and I happen to like Holly. I don't want to see, if she gonna cash out against somebody, let it be Juliana Pena. They talked that up. Well, no, I'm lying. Nope. That ain't gonna happen either. UFC will make plenty of money on Cyborg and Holly. Well, this all Mike Winkeljohn's fault. This is all Mike Winkeljohn's fault. And I told y'all this. I tried to tell you this. But would you guys listen to me? No, you wouldn't. Now Mike Winkeljohn done got Holly home in a world of mess now. Holly in trouble. Thank you, Mike Winkeljohn. And to all the Holly home fans out there, thank Mike Winkeljohn for this. Dang it. Yeah, you know what? Yana Kunniskana, I like Kunniskana too. God, I like her, but man, yep, she got some privilege. Lighthawk, you are so right. Woo, you are so right. Why would any girl fight Cyborg? I'd be ducking her. Yeah. Nunes will never fight for the belt again if she loses. Lighthawk, I believe that. I believe it. No, man. Nunes ain't getting no more opportunities. Nunes is done. If she lose, that's it. We won't see Amanda Nunes in a championship fight again. Dana White will make sure of that. Dana White will make sure that that never happens. That catnip, whisker, biscuit, bald-headed, PG-13 bum. Oh, yeah. He will make sure that this fight ain't going to happen. Oh, he will. I can tell you that right now. It's just how that, that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yep, they'll bury Nunes. They might say, hey, Amanda, the only fight we got for you is Cyborg at 145. Take the fight. And then we'll see Amanda Nunes not fighting for a year. I'm telling y'all, man, the handwriting is on the wall. The handwriting is on the wall for Amanda Nunes. It's over. If she lose, basically, that's it. They're gonna do this girl dirty. You already seen what Dana White would do. You seen what he did. He threw Amanda Nunes under the bus, y'all. Amanda got put under the bus. I don't know, man. I hope she do get the rematch. If Amanda loses, I hope she gets the rematch. She deserves it. She deserves a trilogy. Okay? She deserves it. Yeah. If Amanda, I think the bantamweight GOAT will be decided. See, it's really a bad thing right now because Valentina got to beat Amanda twice to be considered a GOAT. Amanda only got to beat Valentina one more time. That's it. And Amanda is the GOAT. Well, we can technically say Amanda is the bantamweight GOAT right now because she beat Valentina already. And I know that was a year ago, but it don't matter. She beat Valentina. So Amanda is she's a GOAT right now. She's the GOAT of the bantamweight division. And Valentina got to go and prove that she's the GOAT. And that's just the way that is. You know, maybe King, maybe she might not. Who knows? But we'll know after Saturday. We'll know after Saturday. If Amanda Nunes defeats Valentina Shevchenko, she is a GOAT. She is a GOAT. If she wins this fight, she's a GOAT. Yeah. But also, King, you got to look at, though, MMA, Amanda has evolved. And when she lost, when Amanda lost those fights, Amanda BJJ skills they really wasn't on point. You know, Amanda was really this big volume striker. She was a volume puncher. And Amanda was always looking for the knockout while she was standing. But Nunes has evolved. Her skill set has evolved, man. Amanda Nunes is a complete mixed martial artist. She's complete, okay? This girl does everything good, and she's good. She's that good. So if Amanda Nunes winning, if she wins, if she is able to defeat Valentina, which I don't know if that's going to happen, but if she's able to do that, she's a GOAT. In my eyes, Amanda Nunes is the women's MMA GOAT. Okay? But y'all, I've had fun with y'all. I've had a lot of fun with y'all on this live podcast. You know, kind of been going about an hour and 45. And, folks, that's it. It's time to go in and wrap this thing up. Coach got to go do some training. Got stuff to do. But, thank you guys for joining me once again. Probably won't be back on live podcast again, probably to, I don't know, maybe Thursday or maybe Saturday. Definitely Saturday, because I'm going to do a live podcast right after the Shevchenko Nunes part 2. And I'll be probably dropping some more videos on location today as well. But that's really about it, y'all. All right, guys, this is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.